I just finished the new Masters of the Universe movie as someone who's never seen a single episode of any of the shows. So I'm a noob. And as a noob, I gotta say, this movie sucked. Spoilers ahead. The narration by Adam at the beginning of the movie I felt was trying to be MCU style funny, but not even passing that low bar. And I was hoping that wasn't a preview to how the humor was going to be in the rest of the movie. Update. I was an idiot for hoping. Scenes like Skeletor getting mad at his troops for not laughing, applauding, cheering when he does his evil laugh, like the crescendo shit, I don't know. Or that aforementioned narration is later revealed to be an adult Adam on Earth telling a random girl he's on a date with his exact origins, Eternia, the sword, because I suppose some people would find this funny. Like 15 to 20 minutes in, I realized this is a movie geared towards young kids. Like really dumbed down for kids, I'm assuming. But wouldn't the targeted audience be the old heads who grew up with the show? Because so far the vibe, humor, dialogue is very Disney Channel-esque. Maybe that's why it's been bombing at the box office so far. Now I'm going to annoyingly nitpick a lot of scenes that just didn't make any sense to me or kind of pissed me off. Maybe I missed something, but let's see. You had Skeletor's men being nice enough to let King Randor's family escape, Beastman's first encounter with Adam and Teela where he chooses to emote instead of delivering the killing blow. Why was Teela thrown in prison along with Adam in Eternia? She brought the Sword of Power. And why the hell was Roboto, a seemingly effective robot soldier, reprogrammed as a servant? Then there's the scene where Adam tries to talk to Trapjaw and the men looking for the Sword of Power, which he has on his back. Because funny, right? Adam works at Human Resources on Earth, and he's going to use his expertise to resolve the conflict at hand. But most annoying was Teela, Duncan, and Roboto just letting him walk towards Trapjaw and his men with the Sword of Power on his back. Also, Teela's pretty harsh to her dad Duncan throughout most of the movie. I'm guessing it's because he's been a drunken shell of his former self for 15 years. Like she berates him a lot, like harshly, and I was assuming we'd find out something pretty damning regarding Duncan's past, but no, we don't really find out anything, so it seems like it is simply because he's just a drunken shell of his former self. Spoiler once again, but King Randor's death was pretty underwhelming, and the prison break scene that followed was so stupid, keeping all the good guy soldiers in one cell with indestructible bars but very destructible rock walls and ceilings. Adam taking the sword away from that altar thing while Skeletor just watched pissed me off. Trapjaw shooting up Roboto and then letting Duncan charge at him without firing a single shot pissed me off. What the hell was Teela's reaction to seeing Adam get stabbed by Skeletor? Like she was chilling in the background while Skeletor held Adam by his throat, stabs him in the chest, and she's just like... Lastly, this movie had a nothing burger of a climax, with the annoying trope of, you had the power in you all along, instead of overcoming a difficulty with resilience, cunning, or something of the sort. Was there anything I liked? Sure. I liked Jared Leto's voice work for Skeletor. The lines are mostly unfunny, but I did like his delivery. Like a drunk, theatric English nobleman who slightly slurs his words is the best way I can describe it. Also, Idris Elba is great in this as well, considering the subpar writing material he was given to work with. The Dolph cameo was alright, a bit too on the nose with being meta. The action is enjoyable at best, with some really good cool moments. I really enjoyed the fight scene that follows after He-Man and Skeletor's first encounter, where he's whooping Skeletor's henchmen. Even though Skeletor was just like standing there with He-Man's dad as a hostage, just watching it all go down for some reason. But it was still cool to watch. He-Man stopping the saw blade ship with his hand was pretty cool, and the final fight between him and Skeletor had some cool moments as well. Parts of the movie do look pretty nice visually. My favorite was Skeletor's hologram in the sky calling out to Adam. I thought, that's pretty dope. But all in all, I realize I'm not the target audience for this movie as I'm not close to the original IP, and I'm also not under the age of 13. I think people less uptight than me could have a decent, fun time watching this, but personally I was waiting for it to finish as soon as possible. As it was quite long, being at least 2 hours, I didn't even wait to see the post-credit scenes. It was dumbed down, a lot of stupid moments, annoyingly unfunny, and character development and journeys were minimal to non-existent. That, balanced with the few positives it has, I feel like giving it a 4 out of 10 right now, having just watched it, but I also feel like as time passes, I'll probably soften up and give it a 5 out of 10.